friend, it's Kitty and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If so, you can subscribe. The button is always down below. Would love to have you here. Happy 2023. When this video is going up, it's going to be 2023. I'm super excited for all just the content I'm going to make this year. I'm feeling very refreshed. Like, I think I went through a rut for a very long time of content and that kind of stuff, but now I feel like I'm kind of more back on track, which is super exciting for me, and I'm just very excited. I'm excited also to share my 2022 favorites. I will be sharing my favorites all from 2022. These are products I discovered last year, I was using last year and loving last year, and that kind of stuff. These aren't necessarily all launched 22 products, but these are the stuff that I was loving last year. So I thought I would share this. Thought this would be a good opening video for 2023. It's always great to talk about faves, favorite things, and stuff. So yeah, let's just get right into it. We have a decent amount of favorites, and so today I'll be doing my beauty favorites, and I do still want to do somewhat of a lifestyle favorites kind of video. So later in the week, we'll probably do that, which will wrap up like favorite, a lot of different favorites from like shows, music, that kind of stuff. Okay, so I guess we'll start out with the skincare-ish products. I'm not gonna do hair care in this video. I think I'll put that in my lifestyle faves, but I just don't want to have too many things to talk about. So skincare wise, I've been loving the Pure Skin line. I'm just saying the Pure Skin line because I love the cleanser and the moisturizer. Just with the moisturizer to show you, this is one of my favorite things to use for my face. I especially love this during the day. My skin has been drier recently, so I will use this in combo with other things, but this is the Pure Skin moisturizer. It has oat milk, ceramides, and niacinamide. Niacinamide is one of my favorite skincare ingredients, by the way. I just think it's such a great ingredient. It's just so nice, and I love it, especially in moisturizers and stuff, and this is a really good line and I really love it and stuff. I don't really know what much more to say, but this is a great lightweight but still moisturizer for the mornings, and I love it. I don't have too many skincare products to use just because I've been using pretty much the same things. Another thing I really like is this Glorious B Niacinamide Watermelon Glow Dewdrops. These are really nice, and it gives you that tacky base without breaking you out. I do also love these. I know they did go like TikTok viral or whatever, but I love these. I love just the, I don't know, they like moisturize a little bit and they just give a nice base for before makeup. It's good prep stuff for sure. And then I also been loving, which I was kind of surprised about, is from Liss. This is the Think Bright Glow Hydrate Serum. This is what it looks like. I've used like a little bit of this, which is nice. This is just a really good glowy serum to put on before your moisturizer and stuff. It's just so nice. It gives such a beautiful glow, and it also hydrates, which I've been needing because my skin has been very, very dry in this winter. So I've been needing that for sure, and I just really love these. Lastly, I've been really loving this Tatcha Kiss You Lip Mask. This is one of my favorites. I have a brand new one. This is my new one. This is what it looks like, and then that's the inside. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but that's the inside. It's just a really good lip mask. Like, it's cruelty free too, which is amazing, and if you like the Laneige, this is a good cruelty-free option. It's really nice, and I think it's totally worth it. There's another one I've been enjoying, but I've been using that only for a few weeks, so I didn't want to include it in this video, but maybe I'll do like a January or like a winter favorites at some point, and I'll share that in that video. This is so nice. It's like the most moisturizing lip mask, and I was loving the crap out of this year. I just really like it, and I think it's super hydrating, just nice on the lips. I guess this is another skincare product I kind of forgot about. This is the Bliss Black Star Invisible Daily Sunscreen with SPF 30. It's a 100% mineral sunscreen. This is so nice, and I recently started using this, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of fell off the wagon with this where I wasn't using this for a bit, but I did put it on today, so yay for that. And it's just such a nice sunscreen. It has like a tint to it, but it's nothing that's going to give you like coverage, but it still gives you a nice tint, and it's just a really nice sunscreen. And you know, you should be wearing your sunscreen daily, even if it's winter time. You can still get skin damage obviously and stuff, and even so more, I've heard. But it's just really nice. It's a nice lightweight sunscreen, which I love. Okay, so I think that's actually it for skincare. So let's go on to primers. I don't really have that many, I think. Yes, I have two. So the first one is this Tatcha Silk Canvas. I don't remember if I mentioned this in my 2021 favorites, but this is definitely a favorite for me. I was panning this a lot this year, and I do really like this. I love the base that it gives for my makeup, and it's not like silicone-y like some of them are. It's more like a just cream, soft, grinding thing, and I definitely want to pan this year in one of my projects, so you could possibly see this in a project. I feel like that's very likely, and it's just so nice. It makes my skin look so smooth, especially when I'm having like a breakout moment. I will put this on over that spot, and it really just smooths it out, which I love. The other one I love is from e.l.f. This is the Daily Dew Skin. So this is basically a like stick moisturizing primer situation. You put it all over your face, and then it just like moisturizes. It gives a little bit of glow, which I love, and I really loved this. I haven't used it in a bit, but I was loving this so much in like the beginning, middle of this year. Like there were weeks I was using that, honestly even longer. And then also this could be considered a primer. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Everyone was obsessed with this for obvious reasons this year. This is just such a nice, it's technically a foundation. I have mine in the shade Fair Light. It's basically like, it looks like foundation when you put it on. You can get a little bit of coverage from it, but it gives you like the most beautiful glow. I have been using this almost daily for months now. It's just so beautiful. It's obviously a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one. But this one's like a lot cheaper. I believe it's only like $12, $14, something like that. And it's just so good. Like I can't even describe how good this is. I use it like every day. I love it. It just gives a nice little boost to your skin. Little glow boost. And I'm obsessed with it. So foundations, I was loving different ones this year. So I was loving the Sephora's Best Skin Ever when I was panning that. I just thought it was such a great foundation. So that's one I was loving. It was just such a good foundation. It's not cruelty free, so I won't like say I recommend. But if you're into it, I was obsessed with that one. And if it was cruelty free, I would definitely be buying that. But another one I've been obsessed with in the last couple months is this, I guess last month, is this Kosas Revealer foundation. This is so good. It's a foundation that has skincare benefits and it's supposed to improve your skin, which honestly I've been having the best skin time this year, especially recently. My skin has been looking good, so who knows. But yeah, it's supposed to be a skin improving foundation, which I like, and it does have SPF 25 in it. I have mine in the shade, I believe it's Light Neutral 140. It does have a pump, which is a plus, because I've definitely had foundations that didn't, and I just love this. It's very lightweight. It's like nice on the skin, doesn't look heavy, and I love this Kosas foundation. I also love the concealer, which this is my only foundation, so I can get right into that, but I love the concealer as well. This is what it looks like. This one I have in the shade 01N. And mine is like almost gone. Like I've had this for a while. Barely anything is coming off, and I've been scraping every last bit out. But I've been loving this concealer. It's such a nice, lightweight, buildable, beautiful concealer. And then I've also been loving the NYX Bear With Me concealer. I just have a little teensy bit of this in there, and I really got most of my usage on this by using it as foundation. I did that on my lazy makeup days. I would use this as my full-on foundation, so I would pump like 3 pumps of this, 3 pumps of this, and such a nice concealer. And I will be purchasing this. I have it in the shade Vanilla, but honestly it wasn't super brightening under my eyes, so I'd probably go lighter for under the eyes. But on the face, the vanilla shade was perfect. Like it's so nice. Look at it, and I just love it. I didn't love it was in a pump at first, but when you're using it on the face, it doesn't really matter. So then I have a couple cream bronzers I've been obsessed with this year. So the first one I've been obsessed with is this Putty bronzer. This went viral, I guess, suppose this year. I have mine in the shade Tan Lines. They also just launched the luminous version, which I'm definitely gonna go and get, but I was using this a lot this year and stuff. I just think it's a really buildable bronzer. Like, a lot of people complained about how it's buildable and it wasn't super pigmented off the bat, but I actually love that. I love that you can build it up and get the coverage you want and get the color you want, like the payoff you want, and I've used it a bit. You can definitely tell, I think. And it was just such a nice, beautiful bronzer. My god, I forgot to mention this foundation. See, I am all over the place, but another foundation I was loving this year is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac foundation. I don't know if I mentioned this last year. I don't think I did, because I think I purchased this either end of 2021 or beginning of this year. But this is such a nice foundation. This is, I have mine shade Light 30. It's really nice, very lightweight, and stuff, and I just really like it. It really hydrated my skin, because in the wintertime my skin gets ultra dry. Like, I feel like spring, summer, my skin's probably like more normal to dry, but wintertime we very dry, we very crusty. So this is really nice, and it's very lightweight and just beautiful. Very hydrating, which I always look for. Okay, blush wise, I was panning a lot of cream blushes this year, or last year I should say, and stuff, and I definitely had my mix of things I love, but I have lots of creams to mention. First one is this Milani one in Cheek Kiss. This is what it looks like. It's actually the blush I'm wearing on my face today, so that's what she looks like. This is a really nice cream blush. I like how it's in a compact, which is nice, and they do have other shades, but this is the shade I have. It's just such a warm, like, neutral pink, I guess is what you could call it. It's super buildable and super nice. I actually have it in a project, but I have been really enjoying this. And then other cream blushes, the Putty Luminous line came out this year, so I have some of those to share. I think out of those I only got 2 shades, but I have the shade Maui, which is a very neutral nude pink. It looks like that. These are just so creamy, and they do have a little bit of shimmer to it, which I love. It's just, they're really nice, and they're just like the other putty formula, but just like a slight bit creamier. And then they also just, they have shimmer, which is fun. And then I also got the shade Bermuda. I don't know why I can't say that today. And then I also got the shade Bermuda. I don't know why I'm struggling to say that word today, but I just am. But it's just this warm pink. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it correctly, clearly, because I literally can't. But that's what it looks like. It's just another warm pink, and I just love these. They're really good, and I love e.l.f. Like, e.l.f. has had a good few years in makeup, and it's only getting better. And otherwise, I've been loving this cheek palette that I got from Ulta around my birthday. I've shared this with you guys before, but you get 6 blushes. Honestly, that is almost bronzery to me, but you get these beautiful shades and stuff, which I love. It's just such a good blush palette, and a lot of times these can be either hit or miss, but this is definitely for sure a hit. And look at the packaging, it's just so cute. It's the Precious Gems one. If it's still on sale, I'm gonna link it down below, because they had it on sale for like 20 bucks, and 20 bucks for 6 blushes. Are you kidding? And I just love them. They blend beautifully, they just look great on the cheeks, and I love them. So for highlights, I've been loving just a few. I've been using a lot of the creams I have been using, but I also love the Hollywood Beach. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, but I've also been loving the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Beauty Light Wand in Spotlight. It's just a really pretty champagne rose gold shade. I have it on my cheeks actually today. It's super pretty, and I really love it. It's such a nice highlight. So pretty. I love it. Like, I seriously do. It's so nice. Been loving that. And then I've been using the same highlighters I have been using. I've also been panning a few, so I've been using a lot of those. But another ones I discovered and I got this year are these. So I got the Nabla Skin Glazing in Ozone, which is a really pretty champagne pearly shade. It's so gorgeous. I love this. and stuff. It's so pretty, and I definitely want to try more of Nabla's stuff because it's so good. Like, look at how gorgeous that is. It's so gorgeous. And I also been loving the Cali Glow from Persona. I think I got this year. It's in the shade Zuma. This is another pretty like soft champagne gold color, which I love. It's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but it's so gorgeous. It's like a soft gold. And oh my god, I forgot to mention my powders I love. What's wrong with me? Okay, I'm gonna get through the highlights and then I'll go backtrack. And then these ones are very new to my collection, but these are from Rare Beauty. They're the new highlights, the soft touch, whatever highlights. So I have two shades in the shade Enlighten, which these match their cream highlights, which you guys know I love. If you watch my channel, you know I love them. So we have this like pearly shade, and these are like the softest, creamiest highlights I've ever used. Look at that glow. And then I also have the shade Exhilarate, which is like a soft, I don't even know what you would describe that, like soft champagne. It's so pretty. They're so buttery. They're like the butteriest highlights I've ever used, and I've used a ton. And then I also have the rose gold shade Coming to Me. If you watch my Christmas haul, you kind of understand why. But these are the butteriest highlights I've ever used, and they're just so freaking good. Okay, so let's backtrack. I have powders I want to share with you guys that I've been obsessed with this year. So I've been really obsessed with One Size. So I have two powders from them, and that's Patrick Starr's Makeup line. But the first is the One Size Turn Up the Base powder in light to neutral. As you can see, I've been really obsessed with this. I got this in one of my Ipsy Glam Bag X boxes, and I've been obsessed with it and stuff, and I've used the crap out of this. It's my favorite like pressed powder, and I will be repurchasing this when I like run out of this. It's just such a nice like soft powder. It makes your skin like set, but not like super matte or cakey, which I love. Like, I don't like the really set kind of powder. And then also One Size, like I mentioned, I like the One Size translucent powder, and I just love the packaging on this. Like, One Size packaging is amazing. And my favorite thing about this powder is you like turn it, and then you have obviously the bottom of that cap, but this you can like lift up the lid, and then the powder's in there, and there's only like a little slit that it comes out of, and then you could just tap it in. That way, like any powder can just stay in like where the lid is and not like come out, because you definitely have powders where you tap it once and then the whole thing comes out. I had that happen with one of my other favorite powders, which I kind of forgot about, but I gotta mention that one because I've been using that one for a couple months, like almost daily and stuff. But this is a really nice powder, nice translucent powder. It doesn't make your skin like too matte, but it definitely sets it for sure. And then I was loving the Rare Beauty one. And then I was loving the Rare Beauty one at the beginning of this year. Is the setting powder in light. I really like this one. It's a really nice like tinted powder, and it does have like a sifter, which is nice. I guess that's a sifter. Not really, I guess, but it's a nice lightweight powder, which I love. There's definitely differences between these, which is fun, of course. And then I also love the Anastasia one, which you've definitely seen me use this if you follow me. But this is the ABH loose setting powder. It's super nice and stuff. It's a really nice powder. I've been using this every day. I used it today. I've been basically using it every day for the past couple months, and I love it. It's so nice. It's like a good, nice setting powder to set down the face. It definitely sets. But it's very, very good. I guess I'll mention palettes now. I really didn't have that many eyeshadow favorites for this year. I was using my palette shadows, but there were two palettes that really impressed me this year. The first one is the Michaela Volume 2, or I guess I should say Pot 2. Did I do that right? And stuff. This one's definitely been a favorite. You can definitely tell that I've been loving this. Because I used a crap ton of this part of the palette for sure, but I've been really into all these shades. They're so pretty. I love the purples, and this is just such a good palette. Like, if you've never tried the Glamlite formula, It is so freaking good. And I love shades. I love how this is the more fun palette, even though the other palette did have fun shades, but I definitely, you can tell what part of the palette I favor for sure. But yeah, I love this palette, and it's definitely been a favorite for me. And then the other one I've been really obsessed with even more is from Tarte. This is the Maneater After Dark palette. You can tell mine is definitely beat up a little bit. Well, not beat up, but she dirty because I use her like all the time. And this is what this one looks like. It's so pretty. You have all these perfect fall wintry shades. I love the top row a lot. I love that mauve color, the browns. The shimmers are really pretty. I love how they have like designs in them. These are like the most pigmented shadows like ever. Not even kidding. Like this palette is just so nice. I love it, and you can create so many looks out of it, which is why I love it so much. And the shadows are just so blendable, buttery, pigmented. We love. So now I have like just one brow and one mascara to share, so I'm going to share those real quick. So the mascara for the year, honestly for me, like I was using a lot, I had a lot of samples, but the one for me is this Tartelette tubing mascara. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and it's just so good. Like, you don't get better than that. And stuff. It's such a nice mascara, and it's a tubing mascara, so you can remove it with just water, which is nice. It's a very easy removal. That's what the brush looks like. It's pretty standard, but it really just gets into all the lashes, gets into all the crevices. I just really like it, and it's a very like, it's not irritating or anything, because my eyes do get easily irritated for sure, but I just love that mascara. I don't even know what to say, but that's definitely a mascara I'm obsessed with. And then eyebrow wise, I've been loving the Wow Brow from e.l.f. This is a nice brow mascara. It really keeps them to place, which I've been a major fan of the Essence Lash Princess for years. But I tried this one and I really like it. It's just around the same price. It's a little bit more expensive than the Essence, because I think the Essence is like $2 something and this is $3, I think. But it's so good, so comparable, and I really like how it really sets them down, and it gives color, it gives shape, which I love. And then I have a bunch of lippies to mention. I completely forgot about another lippy sort of mask I use, but this is the Fenty Skin Cherry Treat Mask. I've been obsessed with this. It's a conditioning lip oil. It is so nice and so hydrating and stuff. I love it. It's just super hydrating, and it really conditions your lips, which I love, and it just keeps them going, honestly. And I love it. I thought you'd be able to really taste the cherry, but you really can't. And it's just such a nice, super hydrating lip mask. Like, I always have that on me. That's like a good on-the-go thing, just because it is more in a dope of wands than like a digging in with your fingers. And another lip oil I've been obsessed with is this like tinted lip oil. This is from Item Beauty, and this is in the shade Come Through. I got this in a box, and I've just been really obsessed with this. It's just such a hydrating oil. Like, I remember applying this when I first got this, like, over and over and over again for days. It is such a nice like lip oil, and the color is absolutely beautiful. I love it. And then I've been really into the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips. They have so many different... Okay, we need to go faster. We're actually almost done, but my camera cut off, so I don't remember what part it cut off, but I love the Maracuja Juicy lip line the best, but there's definitely different, like, off-brands of it. But I love just a regular Maracuja Juicy. I believe this one's in strawberry. I was using one that was in the shade Rose. It was a sample. And my favorite thing about these is you basically click it up to get the product to come up, which is super cool. And I also love the lip plump line. I believe this one, I forget what shade this one is in, but I really like this shade. It's super nice. I'm gonna put it on over that. Just super hydrating, super juicy, which I love. I love all of these. They're so good. And they do have like a normal lipstick range for it. Like they're the same idea, but it's more of the formula of a normal lipstick. So that's still nice, but I definitely prefer the lip pump and the juicy one. So then my favorite gloss I would say this year was from Tower 28, and this one's in the shade Pistachio. I love this gloss. It's so freaking good, and these are like the best glosses. They're so like creamy, moisturizing, and buttery all in one, which I love. And I'm just really obsessed with these. They're so good. I definitely want more Tower 28 glosses. They're just so freaking good. I don't even know what to say. Lastly, I just have some brushes to mention. These are like my top favorites of this year, so I definitely want to share these. I just have 3. And they're actually all from e.l.f. ironic enough. So the first one is the e.l.f. Putty Blush Brush. I might have mentioned this last year, but I want to mention it again. This is such a good blush brush. Like if you're ever wondering what I use for my cream blushes, I will use this. It's just such a good blush brush, and it just really fans it out, and it just really blends it just so beautifully and naturally, which I love. And then for my bronzer, I've been using the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I also use this for foundation. I really like to do that. So I definitely want to get another one of these so I can have like a strictly foundation, strictly bronzer brush. But it's a nice brush, and it really just buffs very well. I used this for the bronzer today, and it just looks so natural, which I love. And then my favorite foundation brush recently has been this e.l.f. Dome Stipple Brush. And it's funny because when I bought this, I was like, this could honestly just be terrible, but I'm going to give it a shot, and it's been my favorite thing like ever. So that's always exciting when that happens. But it's just such a nice brush, and it really just stipples it in perfectly, and it doesn't shed, which has happened with other stipple brushes I've had before. So I was worried, but it works so well. It's like a dream. But yeah, these are all my 2022 beauty favorites. Like I said, I will do like a lifestyle random version in a few days and stuff. I will gather that stuff and talk about that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know what you were loving this year. You can tell me all your favorites or just a few. I'd love to hear it either way. And yeah, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because I have so much coming up this year. I have so many projects I'm taking part in. I have so much. I'm so ready, and projects will be coming this week. I will have my yearly one come up this week, like my rolling style, and then I will have my pinless shutters. I want to kind of start that early and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, like I said. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.